Good evening all and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bowden and this is Falls Creek Flips. It is Sunday and we are about to do our What Sold Sunday. Firstly, I want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you for being along this journey. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all the support and comments, the likes, the subscribers. It's fantastic. I really do appreciate it. So thank you all very much. Now, before I get into what we have sold, last week I talked about a VERO that I'd gotten, and it's a bit of an interesting one that happened, and I've learnt a little bit, so have a lot of other people, because in talking this week to some very seasoned sellers, I've found out that a lot of people weren't aware that this can happen to you. So it's something to be on the lookout for, guys. It's something to be aware of, and hopefully it's something that I can help us all learn from. So you know that a couple of weeks ago I got a VERO for some inks. You can't sell HP inks available into Europe. So I originally got a strike, and it was just a warning strike, and I dealt with the ones that I got struck for and forgot that I had more on. So when I got struck the second time, I realized that was my fault, and so I deleted all of those and just kind of went, cool, I'm done with those inks. I'm just going to take them off. It's not worth it. And there were a couple others, so I removed them at the same time. So last Sunday, I got the VERO. There was no mention of what the item was. There was nothing in my unsold where eBay had removed it. And I was kind of at a loss. And I'd assumed it was due to the inks because it said that I'd dealt with this before, and so I was getting 7 days. And seeing as that was the only thing I'd been stung for, that was what I assumed it was. So I got on the line to eBay and started chatting, and essentially, yeah, it was for an ink. And I went, well, I haven't got any inks live, and I've deleted them all over 2 weeks ago. And the answer that eBay gave me, which is astounding, is that even though you got a VERO and you did exactly what we asked, the rights holder can still find anything that you've had active that violates the rule and still ping you for it. So I got stung for 7 days VERO for an item that I knew was not following the rules, so I removed it. And then the rights holder found it 2 weeks later, somehow, who knows, and stung me for it. So it was a very big eye-opener. I got a phone number for eBay. There is a phone number in Australia for eBay, so I've got that now, which is fantastic. I rang it, I talked to eBay, I went up the line as far as I could go, and all I got was, we'll send an email, and who knows, they might let you off. But essentially, I had to wear on my shoulders a 7-day suspension for doing absolutely nothing wrong this time, because I'd copped the 3-day suspension and had removed everything, and then copped another 7-day suspension. So, as I said last week, that is what it is. Please be aware, be very mindful of things when you're posting them. Consider those options when you're doing it. Inks, keep them within the country. Don't place any inks on international sales. It's the best thing I can say. But yeah, that's the reality of it, guys. My frustration that I said to these guys was I may as well have just left it on there up for sale because I'd already listed it and just, run the gambit that it sells before HP can sting me, and then it's done and it's gone, it's out of my hands and they can't do anything about it. But because I'd cancelled it, removed it and unsold it, they could find it and ping me for it. So really frustrating, but like I said, it's over. So let's call that square. Let's call that done. Let's call it time to move on. Like I'd said last week, my sales were throttled massively. I'd done like 2 sales this week. I was just really frustrated. My mind wasn't in it this week. And so I'd kind of just, I'd left it as it was. I tried to, test a whole bunch of my PS2 games, which I got done. I've probably tested about 70 games, I think, PS2, so they're about ready to list. I just got to take photos, but they're all tested, so I'm happy that they're all working. And I was just, skating along this week, spending a bit more time with my wife and my son. And then my sister and brother-in-law got notification that my niece got COVID this week. She's 4. It happened at her preschool, which is a real shame. So they were home with her. They came back negative originally, and then now they've got it. So we're just dealing with that. Other siblings live across the road. So their kids and them are all in lockdown as well for 14 days because they were close contacts. It's a really tough situation. So mindset wasn't completely on the business this week, or wanting to put out any kind of, social posts or anything like that this week. So I was pretty quiet, just, stewing in my own frustrations and then just worrying about family. So fingers crossed everything is back up and running now. Family feeling better and things can start moving. But I'll take you through what sold because surprisingly enough, today and yesterday, things have actually picked up. All right. So this is what we have here, guys. These are our what has sold. Doesn't look like a lot, but surprisingly, it's some high value items. So I'll start off with some games. Just moving these along. $5 for the FIFA football. That is complete. 2004, all tested, all working. Then we have Rugby League, NRL Rugby League 2. Again, all tested, all working, really good condition, complete with manual, etc. So nice. And then this is one of the last things I actually listed on the Saturday prior to getting shut down. Ratatouille. So I'd listed it for $19.99. I had someone looking at it and I just put it to $15. I just took 25% off to see if they'd buy it and get some sales this week, and they did. So that was cool. That sold as well. A couple weeks ago, I didn't film it or anything, but I was just in my local Woolies and I saw that these were at 50% off at $5 a pop. So I scanned them. They came up that they were selling about $14. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to grab it and see what luck I get. I listed it at $24.99 with free postage, and I sold one today. So from $5, essentially, I'm going to pay a couple dollars in fees and then $8 in postage. So $10 profit from a $5 investment. That's pretty good, guys. So always be on the lookout in those sorts of aisles in your Kmart, Coles, Woolies, Target, whatever. If there's something going pretty cheap, just try scanning it. Grab that ISBN number, your UPN number, whatever it is that it's got on the back. Have a quick look at it and see if there is some value in it, guys, because you might be surprised. Here is a Budweiser King of Beers hat, promotional hat. Brand new, never been worn, and that has sold on Poshmark. So that's cool. This shirt, US Polo Association, everything's legit. We've got our holo there, which is pretty rad. Got this, 42 brand new, sold for $25, cost me $5 in the thrift. Super happy. Now, they are all the little items. The big two items are over here. And you might be going, what do you mean big two items? Well, between these two items here, this has sold for $700. First of all, the Dinotopia, that has sold for $250 for a new sealed in-box 1992 Dinotopia puzzle. Very rare, very hard to get sealed in-box, so very, very happy with that sale. Again, I think it was $6 I paid for it. It will be on the screen. You'll get to see it, somewhere down here. But essentially, massive win, that one. Be on the lookout. I've grabbed another one that's open, and I reckon I can probably sell it for about $60 open. So super happy with that sale, guys. And then this here is a consignment sale for my best mate. He wanted to sell off. He used to have a comic book store, and I used to work there for him a little bit here and there for free comics. So I've got stacks of comics somewhere around here that I'm going to actually troll through now. But essentially, these 5 comics have sold for $450. So essentially $90 per comic. That is based on the fact that I think one of those two, or maybe that one there is the introduction of a new character. That one there, you'll actually see if I come over here, that character right there that you can see, he was a new character, and in this arc he was introduced. It was his first occurrence. So they, being the fact that they were directly out of the box from Diamond Comics, they were bagged, boarded, and have been stored away, and really cool. The only outcome was on book 5 there. You'll just see along the spine there is some slight markings. That was how it arrived into store. And so that's just been noted, and the buyer was aware of that. So very cool. That's going out as well, guys. So The biggest thing that I can tell you about comics, because I spent quite a lot of time around them and still spend a bit of time, is there's no harm in picking up variants when you see them, variant covers, or first editions of new storylines, or the big one is new character launches. Because no one knows 5-10 years down the track if the community are going to have bought into a character. So always worth your while. If there's something new coming out, pick it up for $5 or $10. It may turn into a great win. So that's what we sold today, guys, this week. I've also got a pair of Nikes that I am sending out to Germany. These ones here, they did sell a couple of months back. I did send them to Germany, to Erfurt, and the gentleman supposedly, you know, he messaged me yesterday, last night or this morning, I think. Actually, this morning he messaged me. I received them back on Thursday. He's like, oh, it says they've been delivered. I haven't received them. And I said, well, the satchel that came in just here, you'll see, says return to sender because the person didn't come and collect it. So I'm going to send it back to his address. I'm going to just make sure with him that that is the correct address, and I'll send it back off to him, and hopefully he will get that. I did ask him to pay, but after the last week, I'm in a nice mood now, and you know, I'm wearing some struggles on the chin, and gonna be nice to this guy and send them back out to him. So hopefully he'll get them in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see that as a positive, and that will be that, guys. So hope you guys are having a much better week. Hopefully that has my failings have taught you guys a bit of a lesson, and will help you out there. If any of you are needing stock while you're in lockdown, give me a yell. I've got heaps of Xbox 360 games, and other lots, etc., that I can possibly bundle up for people that I'm not really getting to. So hit me up if you've got some needs. But I thought I'd leave you with a little bit of a mail day that I got this week. I'm just going to turn my photography lights on just because it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. But this week I got in this awesome print. So this is the master himself, Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is not his signature, just in case anyone's worried. I haven't splurged that much money, but that is going to go up on my wall over there above my 3D printer, along with some of my other memorabilia and collectibles. And that is a cool little piece. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks for listening. Like I said, I hope you've learned something from what I have gone through over the last week and a bit. Hopefully you guys won't make the same mistake. And as we do, always finish off, remember, just keep flipping.